It looked like it's happening. Angel Reese is asking out of Chicago already.
Angel Reese officially puts the Chicago Sky on notice. We're not doing the same thing this offseason that we did last offseason. Stop bringing me bums to play with.
Okay, this is wild. Angel Reese just told the Chicago Tribune she's absolutely done with how things went this year. She straight up demanded the Sky bring in the best players to surround her. Sounds super confident, right? But here's the unbelievable twist. She's leading the entire league in turnovers, even after missing weeks. And honestly, she can barely make a layup sometimes. It's gotten so bad, she actually earned herself a suspension. Reese wants to overhaul her teammates, but you have to wonder if maybe she's the one the Sky actually needs to ditch. So, the big question is Angel Reese the WNBA's biggest hoaxes in history? Because she's definitely no Caitlin Clark. Let me know in the comments if you're Team Clark, the baby goat, or Team Ree, the baby giraffe. Let's get into.
Stop bringing me these players. I want the best of the best. I want the upper echelon.
Angel Reese is fed up. She's tired of the losing. She's tired of being the gum on the bottom of the shoe of the league. She is fed up with the Chicago Sky, and it looks like Angel Reese wants out.
But hold up. It actually looks like she's the one wanting out. Seriously, picture this. You demand your teammates get replaced only to find yourself on the chopping block. That's the mind-blowing situation Angel Reese created with her Chicago Tribune comments. And get this, she wasn't subtle at all. Reese flat out declared she wasn't settling for the same old stuff we did this year, making it crystal clear that good players and great players were non-negotiable for her future in Chicago. Honestly, that didn't sound like a franchise player committed to growing with her team. It sounded more like a superstar wannabe trying to torch her own roster on live record. What happened next is even crazier.
See what Angel Reese had to say. I'm not settling for the same shit we did this year. Oh boy. Reese told the Tribune, we have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's a non-negotiable for me. I'm willing and wanting to play with the best. And however I can help to get the best here, that's what I'm going to do this offseason. So it's going to be very, very important this offseason to make sure we attract the best of the best, because we can't settle for what we have this year. Overhaul this roster.
The real problem, that interview didn't just ruffle a few feathers. Oh no, it reportedly infuriated her teammates and veterans across the entire league. The whispers turned into shouts, and word got out that a full-blown locker room sit-down was needed just to deal with the fallout. Think about that for a second. This isn't what happens in a healthy winning team. This is pure damage control. Can you even imagine someone who hasn't really proven themselves yet causing half the team to need an emergency meeting because of their comments? That's not leadership, my friends. That's pure dysfunction playing out in real time.
So it's that multiple lead sources told Front Office Sports that the entire team has seen Angel Reese comments and that teammates are unhappy with the direct attacks. A team meeting is planned at which players are expected to address Reese.
And get this, of all her comments, one of the absolutely ugliest shots was aimed directly at Courtney Vanderloot. Even though Vanderloot was out for the season with a tough ACL injury, Reese just completely brushed her aside in super dismissive terms, basically saying she was too old for the Sky's present and future. But here's the kicker. That cut deep. 'Cause Vanderloot isn't just some random player. She's a respected veteran point guard with a championship pedigree. Easily one of the best court managers the league has ever seen. So casually tossing her aside like that does way more than just insult Vanderloot. It alienates every single veteran player in the league who knows they've earned their stripes.
We can't rely on Courtney to come back at that age that she's at, Reese said. I know she'll be a great asset for us, but we can't rely on that. We need someone probably a little younger with some experience, somebody who's been playing the game and is willing to compete for a championship and has done it before. Courtney Vandersloot, by the way, two-time WNBA champion, 5-time All-Star, 2-time All-WNBA first team. left the New York Liberty, a championship caliber team, to come help out the Chicago. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, dang. Oh, dang.
And here's where the absolute irony takes over, because the Chicago front office had already bent over backwards to build around Ree. Don't you dare forget this. They actually gave up Sonia Citron, who, by the way, is in the thick of the Rookie of the Year race and already an all-star in her first year. All just to bring in Ariel Atkins. That was the huge move, right? That was supposed to give Reese exactly what she demanded: established talent to win.
Now.
But instead of even a shred of gratitude, Reese acted like the staff and the roster were never good enough anyway. You just can't complain about the front office not trying when they literally sacrificed a potential franchise cornerstone just for your benefit. That's a brutal reality check. It is looking spooky in Chicago.
It is looking spooky in Chicago. Instead, Reese said she doesn't believe her teammates Rachel Berman or Haley Van Lith are capable of leading them to the leading the playoff team. Guard Ariel Atkins is another player on the Sky roster with WNBA championship experience. We are aware of it, Marsh.
And if that wasn't enough, she didn't stop at just insulting the veterans. Oh no, even younger teammates like Haley Van Lith couldn't escape the shade. Reese basically implied the entire team was either too old, too mediocre, or just plain too soft. Suddenly, veterans felt insulted. Younger players felt totally dismissed, and the one person who was supposed to be rallying the locker room together ended up becoming the common enemy. Ree might have wanted a team rally, but instead she ended up turning all that frustration inward right back at herself. Talk about a self-inflicted wound.
We need great players, and I don't know what that will attract that. Maybe the practice facility will attract that. We'll see. But I think the priority is being able to convince free agents that this is an organization that is going in the right direction. I think, honestly, it would be a leap of faith for a great player to come here and show that this is something that they want to be a part of, and we can bring that championship mentality. A leap of faith to think that a great player would want to come to Chicago. Oh, boy.
Now, when you actually look at her on-court impact at the same time, it becomes crystal clear why this entire power play backfired so spectacularly. Here's the deal. If you're going to put yourself above the rest of the roster, you absolutely better be backing it up with pure dominance. But instead, Reese became the one who was totally out of sync. The one who couldn't even fit into the very system she supposedly wanted to reshape. In other words, her grand vision ended up shining a spotlight on a true Chicago desperately didn't want to admit their biggest problem might not be the roster she criticized. It might actually be Angel Reese herself, and what makes that sting even harder? While she was demanding upgrades and great players, she couldn't even manage one of the most basic things on the court, holding on to the ball.
Hey, it's not all her fault. Her teammates stink. They gotta catch that, right? Right! Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Scooby, put down the butter. Butter pecan! Bang! This time of the year's the best. You got pumpkin spice football and Angel Reese layups. Bang! Final play of the game, Angel Reese clutch gene. Womp, womp, womp. That's my Barbie.
But wait, what if the very player demanding a massive roster overhaul was actually the one dragging her own team down? Well, that's precisely what ended up happening with Angel Reese. On paper, sure, she put up some numbers around 14 to 15 points per game, plus a double-digit rebound average. Sounds pretty solid at first glance, right? But here's the reality check. She's leading the entire WNBA in turnovers. And get this, she even missed several weeks due to injury. Think about that for a second. She sat out, played significantly fewer minutes than most stars, and still managed to rack up more giveaways than literally anyone else. That's not dominance. That's just incredibly careless basketball.
20% of the time, Angel Reese gets her shot blocked inside of 9 feet. And 100% of the time, she's doggy doo-doo. Burn! Give it to the lady in orange. Uh-oh, you're out. Simon didn't say. 101 turnovers in 26 games for our 2K cover. She's a stat stuffer. Bang! At least she always brings the boom. I'll see you tomorrow night. Bang!
Sure, turnovers happen when a player tries to force things, but with Reese, it wasn't just about being aggressive. It shouted impatience, terrible decision-making, and a complete inability to stay in control under pressure. And believe me, her issues absolutely did not stop there. She also massively struggled with discipline in another critical area, technical fouls. You know, you absolutely don't want to see your supposed cornerstone leader constantly jawing at referees, losing her composure, and racking up whistles that ultimately hurt her own team. Yet, Reese slammed into that disciplinary threshold faster than any player should, picking up her 8th technical foul of the season, which by league rule meant an automatic 1-game suspension. That's a huge problem.
And watching the bottom of your screen. The contact by Reese.
You can see Angel's right hand got Aaliyah Edwards on the head. And if they do, Lisa, I'm okay with that too, because I think you have to officiate these teams very tightly.
So it'll be a